Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Hey, come and check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the wee hours. I do what I do for you. Ooh, we doing my app, so I'm going to take you to the next lesson. But let's get this party started. I got some good stuff for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune the receiving. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all my right thinkers know thyself with the lessons I'm giving you. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Nothing else. That's it. I got you. Giving you knowledge and understanding of yourself is what I do for you. So let's go. The question, do you know you? When you get done listening to me, you should, because that's my mission, is to give you the information that you can use to know thyself. Okay? So the question I ask, do you know you, is for you to know one way or another. If you don't, tune in. I can help you out with that. And the question is rhetorical. So if you don't have an answer, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know it's okay. They're spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Speaking of my yacht, that's what we're dealing with right now. And this lesson is, right thinkers, let's talk about the science of virtues. I try to keep giving you lessons on principles and philosophies, so this is another one. Virtue is an important philosophical concept that you need to institute in your daily life. Watch, let's go over it. Now, understand this. Your soul is the prisoner of its what? Own ignorance. It don't know itself. That's your job. In this condition, watch this. It is fettered with the chains of ignorance to an extent of its existence where it has no control over its fate in life. If you're not the driver, you're not the one to control your life, you having fetters. That means you're egotistical, you're ignorant, and you're going to continue to do things that's going to cause you problems, aka fetters, that you got to be responsible for. Your actions, whether they're good or bad, you're responsible. If you're in control, make your actions good, get rewarded, get the things that you're supposed to do. Because if not, you're going to be punished. Those are called fetters. Because you brought it on yourself. Simple as that. Moving on. I want you to get that point across. Fetters are things that you cause on yourself from what? Being ignorant of yourself. The purpose, listen, the purpose of each virtue is to remove the fetter. Stop making bad decisions. Stop doing the wrong thing. Those are fetters. When you stop doing those, you eradicate the fetters in your life and it become a better life. And you'll be rewarded for just doing that. I'm not a preacher again. I'm not trying to get you to believe in a whole bunch of nonsense. No, I'm trying to get you to live right. And doing that, you'll be rewarded. That's my point. It ain't about preaching, it ain't about religion. It's about understanding nature. Virtues. Let's get it. Virtues are what? Practiced to what? To promote what? Peace of mind and the body. Hence, Hotep. Peace within yourself. Virtues will do that for you. When you practice doing the right thing, that's virtuous. And that's going to lead you down the road of what? Peace within yourself. The next one is peace of mind promotes what? Study and listening. I study every day. I pay attention to what people say when I'm talking to them. So I'm learning. Why? Because I'm listening. Simple. I also study on my own. That's your choice. Moving on. Study again. And listening promotes what? Reflection. You reflect what you heard, put it to thought, meditate on it. If it's good, you put it in your system. If not, throw it out. Simple as that. Knowledge a la carte. Take what you need and let the rest go. If you don't need it, it ain't for you. Simple as that. Reflections what? Reflecting on life and the teachings what allow the mind to concentrate. That's what meditation is. Concentrate and focusing your attention on your higher self. Making the mind and body still. Christians, what did they tell you? God tell you, still yourself. Why? And know that I am God, because only way you're going to get his attention, only way you're going to get him, understand him, is to still yourself. Go into meditative mode. Meditative mode, you do it every day, then you and God have a connection. If you just call God when you're in need for a certain adverse situation here, oh Lord, oh God, please. That's not the way to deal with God. Keep God present, become God conscious, and hold yourself accountable to appease him. You do that, you're being obedient, and you got to be rewarded for that. Trust me, you will be. Concentration of mind allows meditation to occur. You have to be able to sit down, quiet your thoughts, change the program, and let it happen. The meditative state of mind will just happen. You have to get better at letting it happen. Some people, well, I sit down, I go to sleep, I really can't meditate. You ain't focused. It's concentration. It's not a nap. So, but again, being 10 years meditative yogi, meditation allows the experiencing of what? Increasing levels of what? Awareness within yourself, which is beyond the regular state of waking consciousness, leading to the experiencing of what? Cosmic God consciousness. And that's complete freedom, liberation, whatever you want to call it. But when you put God first, everything else takes care of itself. That's not a quote from religion. That's a fact from somebody who knows. Me. I ain't trying to get you to be religious. I'm just trying to get you to be spiritual. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. We are more ignorant to our higher self, so we're more human than spiritual. That's a problem, but that's another lesson. Right now, let's talk about practicing virtues and maintaining what? A life of simplicity. This thing ain't complicated. We make it complicated. We complicate it with our own, but it ain't that hard. Trust me. And it opens the way for what? Spiritual growth. All right thinkers, we need to grow spiritually. That's why you're here, to get your spiritual knowledge and education so that you can implement it and grow in spirit. Spiritual growth by what? Decreasing, you ready? Mental agitation from what? Worries or inordinate worldly concerns. Right then, put a pin in that. When you stop worrying about everything except what's important to you, you knock off all that, well, he doing this, she ain't doing that, well, he ain't doing that. Stop all that nonsense. Focus on yourself. Reflect on what you should be doing, how you should do it, and you start doing that, and you'll change yourself. You can't change nobody else. Understand that. So make it personal, okay? Anything that you don't control, you should not worry about. And anything that's in the world ain't got nothing to do with you. That's the least of your concern. But we all caught up in what somebody's doing, who he doing that, what they doing over here, who's doing that over there. I'm not nosy. I don't need to know your business. Moving on. If one maintains, watch this, if one maintains what? Balance in all conditions, aka acquiesce to every situation, what happened? There will be no situation that will interfere with your intuition of truth and righteousness, or in achieving your mental calmness for meditation, and this is the way to the top of the pyramids. I know the way to the top of the pyramids. There's a few of them, 8 to be exact, but if you know one, you're good. Why? That means you can get to the top. Knowing none, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't even in the running. So understand that. Get yourself together. Put yourself in position to better yourself with what? Knowledge of self. The best position you can be in is having knowledge of self. So work on that. Feelings. Again, let's talk about this right quick. Feelings, emotions, and passions are all great servants. True. But they're what? Poor masters. They're telling you, don't let your feelings, your emotions, and your passions master you or lead you. Why? They're not good at that. They're good at following. They're good at implementing, but they're not good at leading. So if your emotions is led wrong, if your passion is for something that's not right, you're never going to master yourself. Why? Those are things going to hold you back. That's why. Giving into, watch this, perfect example about the emotions. Giving into hate and vengeance will lead to the undoing of the body and spirit, and to control one's passion is to what? You ready? Master one's own fate. If you can't control that emotion, you can't keep it under control, you're going to have problems, okay? And self-mastery means you have to control the ego, have to put the emotions in check, have to control all aspects of your character, meaning learning about the God and goddesses, implementing them, and what happened. You study the teachings and you practice self-control, spiritual discipline daily, maintain silence when needed, and meditate. Those are philosophy that you can live. That's things that you can do yourself. Never go to extremes with anything, be it good or bad. Don't make a difference. Too much of anything ain't good. You have to realize that. For one extreme leads to what? To another. Again, that's the ego trying to be satisfied, and it never will. So it's going to keep hopping, keep having you jumping through loops to satisfy, and it's never going to be satisfied with the worldly things. You have to realize that for yourself. Having a new car, big fancy house, okay, but what kind of person are you? Are you happy with your fancy car and stuff? No, why? Because you're too busy trying to fake to make everybody think you got something. That ain't living right. That's perpetrating the fraud. Fake it till you make it. Hell no. Excuse me. Me being pure. Fake don't come into, no, I ain't got nothing fake. I don't do nothing fake. Don't fake nothing. Always strive for what? Balance in all things. That's my eye right there. That's my girl. That's why she keeps me where I need to be in due balance. In due balance, as a Masonic order to tell you, but she keeps me on the straight and narrow. I love that. And if you respect her like I do, that's what keeps you motivated to do the right thing. You can call it God, whatever you want, but it keeps me doing what I know to be right. Moderation. And here's the favorite word. Get to learn this word. Equanimity. That means balance, fair, understanding both sides, and making the decision based on what you know about both things. Make the better decision. If you're ignorant about something, that means you don't know. That make you dumb. Just means you don't know. And it's hard to make a decision based on what? Lack of knowledge. That's ignorance, okay? But watch this. Equanimity in all events and situations are what? Are the deeper implications of what the scales of Mayat represent. Again, balance in everything. Maintain. I said, this no good. This good. This good. Okay? Now, in this manner, this philosophy, in the inner peace that allows, watch this, for the what? The quieting of the mind occurs. Yeah, you're at ease mentally. You ain't worried about the bills. You ain't worried about the side chick. You ain't worried about a whole bunch of nonsense. Your mind is clear. And now God can talk to you. My pastor said he gets his information downloaded every day. I tend to agree and understand why. I do the same thing. I just didn't tell nobody that. He was not to say, yeah, I talk to God. I talk to God every day. So we got something in common. So moving on. But if you have your own relationship with your higher self, that's fine. That's what it's all about. You can share in the blessings. You can share in your concepts and philosophical beliefs. That's what I go to church for. Simple. I teach from here. That's what I do for you. Let's go. I got you. Now, watch this. It is possible to what? To discover our deeper self. Wow. Glad you asked. This is the meaning of the what? The ancient admonition of, watch this. Now, what? Make thy body still. Stop, focus, and meditate that you may what? Know the truth, aka thyself. Your higher self is the ultimate truth. That's God. Love, truth, all those things that we give it, that's what they all is. You have to get it for yourself and realize, wow, it is. It's real. But watch this. Now we get to the good part. You see that scales of my eye? You see what it says? The top part, the dot, that's God. That's what it says. Then you got what? Male and female, which is complementary opposites, meaning female, male. Different. Yeah, but come together, magic happens. Two men ain't gonna make magic. Two women ain't gonna make magic. Good flow show. But it don't produce nothing. Understand that. So let's talk about Maya. What's the definition? The true definition of Maya is what? Achieving harmony, enlightenment through what? The union of the opposites. Now, let me explain the scales to you. Again, hope you understand. You see me doing this all the time. That's balance. That's Maya. And it means duality. Since God created everything outside of himself, he tell you, I was one. So that means one God. No others. I became three. That's what the scales is showing you. With balance and interaction between two opposites, God made that possible. So he's the ingredient that makes everything go. Hence life. Okay? So, male, female, got the same God. Okay? Whatever religion you profess, same God. One God. Ain't gonna know a bunch of others. So please understand that. So let me get you the lesson. Hope you got the concept of what we thought I had a little time. And from here, I'm going to the 42 confessions of Maya. If I don't make it to this lesson, I'll just get another lesson, but that's where we headed. Okay. I'm priming you, getting you to, we get to the 42 confessions of Maya. And from hearing this and understanding this, the 42 confessions will make a lot more sense to you. I figure I put it last. I didn't start with it and didn't work. No, I'm working up to 42 confessions. So that's what we're trying to get to. But let's understand Maya. Remember, God is the pineal gland. Both sides of the hemisphere is the scales. How about that? The brain sits on top of God, left and right. Right side male, left side female. And metaphorically and philosophically, that's two complementary opposites. Everything in nature has a complementary opposite to make a whole, a coin. You got two sides, heads and tail, to make the whole coin. So understand that you need two things. That's why God became three. After that, he became multiplicity. Many, and still multiplying, and still losing and gaining, and ain't lost nothing or gained nothing from itself. That's God. That's the concept. Okay, hope you got that one. Now let's get this lesson. Maya is the philosophical concept. Remember, it's a concept, a philosophical concept that we give identity to. We make her a person. We make her somebody that you can emulate. That's what it's all about. Maya is the complementary opposite of chaos. She represents order. So understand that. Watch this. She is the philosophical concept of what? Living a life of what? Truth and righteousness. Maya represents an exposition of what? Virtuous rules of living, aka an ethical code to live by, which what? One may exist where? In harmony with what? Fellow human beings. And this is what the Egyptians did. They lived in harmony amongst each other, something that we have yet to accomplish. We can't live together in harmony in our own damn family. So they lived as a society. They put harmony, they put God first, and it worked for thousands of years. No other civilization can claim that. So understand that, first of all. And watch this. When you are in harmony with your fellow humans, watch this, in all creation, what happens? You're in harmony with the land, you're in harmony with the people, so you live in a harmonious state. The spiritual blessing, the blissed out state where everybody is on the same frequency, doing the right thing, living right. Simple. We can't get to that point. So every individual should work himself to make that happen. That's possible. Everybody might not do it, but if you do it, that's all you worry about. What they're doing shouldn't concern you. What you're doing is what's important. So they who, watch this, you who are able to what? Utter these confessions in the affirmative, where at the end of their earthly life may look forward to what? To the help of God. Again, and gods who assist what? By the angels, the netters, demons, saints, etc. But in remembering, they assist you in remembering. In order to remember, you must have known. Okay? So we come here with what? Lack of memory. So you're here to what? Know thyself, to remember who you are. In remembering and recovering their state, their true essence, again, know thyself, with the raised consciousness. That's how it's done. Ignorant people will never know themselves. Okay? Egoistic people never going to know God. Again, they edge God out with the I, me. And when you raise your consciousness of what? Of a developed and controlled personality, meaning a right thinking, a right functioning mind, what happens? The scales of Maya imply what? Balance in your life. But balance decreed by whom and for what reason? I heard that question. I'm glad that we got the answer, because this is the best part about that. What the scales mean? Who you bouncing them for? And what's the reason? Good. For the one, what? Pure consciousness. Who's that? God. Comes the other two. You got the male. I just break the scales down to you. You got the two other things that go with that, which is male and female. They're just who we are. Opposites that got to work together to what? Procreate. So now there can what? Be interaction. There you go. Between the male and the female. Between what? The three. God is always present in the Garden of Eden. When Adam and Eve, I'll get my little take on that. When they did their own thing, they became what? Individuals had knowledge of self, but they realized what? We made a mistake. We disobeyed God's order. Now, again, you can serve God by doing what you know to be right, or serve yourself by doing what you want. That always works bad for you. So what's this? Now, you got God. The first, okay, so now there can be interaction between the three, which are what? Really one. See, everything comes from the one. This principle, watch this, of what? Duality, like I told you. Male and female, yin and yang, is present throughout what? Listen, all manifestations in the phenomenal world, aka nature, including the human body. Sex is not for spirit, it's for the human body. We in spirit zone don't need the sex. Why? We ain't functioning on that level to have body contact. It's spirit. When we're in the physical body, we need to be either male or female to interact and have reproduction concept by equal opposites. And I keep telling you, equal meaning man ain't no better than woman. Okay, so start thinking women gotta be submissive. That's the man's idea. Women think man gotta be submissive. That's the woman's idea. How about fair? Equal. Stop right there. That's what the balances of scale means. Give equal billing to both sides. Nobody no better than the other. I can't make a baby without a woman. She can't make a baby without me. But when you had a baby, then it becomes, now ego says that women, y'all the most egotistic. Why? Y'all think the baby is yours. And society, the rule, gives y'all that carte blanche. So the man who made the baby, he responsible. And they come child support, another lesson, but that's the concept. But here we go, where we at? So now the principle of duality, it represents manifesting in the whole everything. Now in each, watch this, in each of us, there is a male and female aspect of consciousness. Please understand that. I gave a lesson about the great he, she. Half male, half female. Again, they split the body in half. So you're going to have some female tendencies. That's okay. Fine. But that don't make you female. taking care of yourself and all that metrosexual, they call it. Okay, yeah, but some men, manly stuff, I'm not doing female stuff. Why? I'm not a female. I don't care about that. Don't make a difference. My hair, my nails is dirty. Yeah, I don't get a manicure. Okay, I do my own feet, do my own. I ain't got time for somebody playing with my. I don't do that, but women love that. I don't do the pedicure and manicure thing. I'm just saying that's another thing. It ain't my thing. But watch this. Now in life, you got the chakras from 5 to 7. They represent what? The female aspect. The higher level is feminine. Okay, not that women are smarter, and they pretty much are, because they deal with different emotions and they deal from the emotion, so that gives them the upper hand consciously. Sometimes it don't always work for them, but sometimes it works against them. But the higher level from 5 to 7 is female aspect. And watch this: the lower chakras 1 through 3 represent what? Masculine, the male. See? So understand that you both get what you deserve. You both get understanding and representation for what and who you are. But you got to come together at a certain point. Okay? So therefore, watch this. Now, in order for creation to exist, the one truth must appear to be what? More than one. Maya is therefore what? Composed of two aspects or two truths, which are what? Really two sides of the same reality. I use the coin for that concept. It's real simple. Heads and tails. You can't have a coin with two heads and two tails. It's phony. It's false. You need two opposites. Again, complementary opposites. That's what Maya represents. And watch this. In this concept, it's termed Mayate. M-A-T-T-I. That means the action of two opposites working together. The task, watch this. Now the task of all religious or mystical systems, which is right thinking is, philosophical yoga concepts, is what? They base to balance the interplay between male and female. Considered together Mayate. That is to what? Achieve an internal mode of consciousness, becoming God conscious, which is what? Rooted in the one instead of being caught in the interplay between the 2 and the 3. In other words, to keep the balance fair, equal. Understand that in your life, and you will live Maya. That's the philosophical concept of Maya, keeping your balance. Take that lesson too. Let me wrap this up. Now, evidence from what? The prehistoric times suggests what? That an imbalance existed where? Between man and woman, humans, such that what? Females controlled the knowledge of what? Birth, and therefore pretty much control man by what? Keeping them ignorant, okay, as their participation in what? Childbirth. We don't want to know nothing about that. I don't care about women's stuff. It's a man thing. Okay, so I get the concept, and watch this. But now, some historians believe that women were able to maintain an illusion of what? Superiority. Ancient times, I tell you, the women ran the show. Simple. When the Roman came in, they couldn't deal with that. So it became the male chauvinist. Again, we was matriarchal, meaning female. Now we patriarchal, meaning male. And we've been going downhill ever since. Man don't run a good house. Which caused, watch this, men to what? Hold women in awe at one time. We thought they would, and they still are. We went from holding a woman, okay, how about this? We went from holding women in awe because they gave birth. They was the cat's meow. Now we limit them to female dogs. We call them the B word like it's okay. No respect. Okay? Fellas, you got a mother, a sister, grandmother, aunt. So the woman has always been respected and revered. We just don't give it to them. Let's put the woman back where they need to be. Respected. So therefore, but women, you got to do your job too. It's hard to respect a woman. Stuff hanging out, stuff, that's hard. Well, look at you, look how you dress. Another lesson, but we ain't going there. But yeah, women were looked at in awe in ancient times. So therefore, watch this. Women were able to control men and pretty much abuse them, not unlike the modern day. See, watch this. They wasn't doing us the way we doing them. Watch this. Not like modern day abuse of women by men in our society right now, as the men gradually become what? Knowledgeable about their participation in conception, they reacted in a what? Vengeful manner. And they're still doing it. Obviously, we don't have respect for our women. Ooh. So, big difference. Thus, civilization plunged into the other extreme, which eventually led to what? To the witch hunts and other such atrocities against the woman, the female. Let me wrap this up. Now, wait, the imbalance now is what? Still on the side of what? Males who control women and seemingly all else. Patriarchal society. The imbalance, we know that right now. Either side is what? A reflection of our individual consciousness, and as a result, there is an imbalance created in whatever is manifest in the world of physical reality, resulting in, you ready? Wars, sexism, racism, capitalism, sense of individuality, egoism, mental disease, physical disease, etc. We see we're going with this. Nothing good comes from what we're doing at this point in time. Why we continue to do it? It's not getting better, it's getting worse. We just don't seem to realize it. Again, my man said it 50 years ago. The world is on the edge of its seat. Defeat is on the horizon and very surprising. We all can see the plot, but we claim we cannot. That's called denial. And we ain't talking about Egypt. Okay? Mental denial. So therefore, anything that promotes the balance of the apparent opposites again in creation constitutes the following of what? Maya. Uphold the cosmic order, supreme mental balance, and supreme peace. Harmony is in the union of complementary opposites. That's the lesson. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 minus a day. So I never knew that right thinker like you had passed away. Oh, I got more.